Hey guys, welcome back. So we are out on my front porch. We're gonna get this ready for the 4th of July or the 250th celebration of America. I usually don't do too much for the 4th of July because I don't really love red, white, and blue colors in the yard. But I'm just gonna do a little hint of something on the porch, and I think it'll be really cute and fun. And I just picked up a few things. I still need to make a few decisions about a couple things, but I have some new wreaths that I'm gonna put up. I was hoping to find some ribbon, but I couldn't, but that's okay. I think I might just like having it more simple. I'm kind of feeling more simple lately. And then let me show you the pots I'm gonna plant. The porch has been really fun and cute for spring. I had placed these pastas in here and the pansies are starting to get tired. It is starting to get some late afternoon sun. Well, it always does in the spring, but it's getting hotter. But I'm still gonna try the hostas out here. I just love them. I am tempted to maybe go see if I can find something a little taller for my pot. Oh my goodness, you guys, I can never make up my mind. No, I'm just gonna do little flowers in here because I always kill something in there, and these hostas seem to be doing great. So we're not gonna worry about it. These wreaths I'm gonna switch out. I've loved them for spring, have not gotten to making a bow tutorial yet, but that's okay. I'll get to it when I'm done with all this planting. It's just been a little hectic. So I'll keep this blue, of course. It looks cute. And then I have some new pillows that I can stick here. And actually seeing this striped rug reminds me that it's striped. And so I think I know which ones I'm gonna put on here. So let me go show you the flowers that I have for this. And maybe we'll get those potted up. The first thing I'm gonna do is come and trim up these boxwoods, and then I have some flowers to just pop in the corner of these. It's gonna be 80 degrees. There might be a little bit of dieback just because it's so hot, but man, I'm just barely getting around to these. So we'll trim all these up. That tends to make a mess. I have a sheet that I usually use though, and that helps a little bit with the mess, but we'll get those sheared up while they're in the shade. Okay, these aren't perfect, but they look much better. I just used that towel and it works pretty good. And then I'll blow this all out when I'm done. I'm gonna create some more messes today, so I'll do that at the very end. But those I do pretty tight. I ended up cutting these back a little tighter than I normally do. I like to keep them a little fuzzy. You can see all the mess. And it's okay to have a little mess. I don't mind. I used to be kind of crazy about cleaning this up, but then I'm not as crazy. But I do have an extra bag of mulch, so I think I'm gonna kind of throw it around, and that'll help it look clean too. And some areas kind of need it in here too, and I'll use the other bag for down here. It's just kind of a hot mess in that area, but this looks so much better trimmed up. Adds a little more formality to this area, which I love. And then I have the two balls here, and then my flowers are growing in pretty good. And then after that, we're gonna plant up these pots. I'm just gonna put this mulch down real quick. Excuse lawnmower next door, but I have some iron tone, so I came through and gave all my plants some plant tone and holly tone and berry tone earlier in the spring, and I didn't have any iron tone, so this is so great. Here, let me open it. So this is just these little like iron beads, and I love to just put it all throughout here. And this, I feel like this is what made these plants so green. And it really helps out these flowers, which I'll talk about in a second. And so I really just put a ton in there, and I even like do it to the top. Okay. So I'll do that to all of those boxwoods. This look like they have little bugs, so I might spray these tonight. This is the thing with these plants, is calibrachoas or superbells. They always seem to get aphids for me. So this might be the last time I do them. I wasn't even going to do anything in here, and they're definitely ready to go in, and they're a little chlorotic, so that's the thing. See how these are kind of yellow and you can see the green veining? That means it's not getting a lot of iron. It's a little nutrient deficient, and so this iron will really help with that too. And I'll probably give them a quick shot of some chelated iron too to help, and then tonight I'll probably come and spray these. If I don't spray them now, I'll just continue to have this problem. So this might be the last time I plant these. These like to be a little bit dry. They're good in containers. Never really tried them in the landscape, and that's good because this gets hot afternoon sun. This dries out every day. And then I try to water this every day in the summer. With our restriction, it's hard because it's usually set to the sprinkler line, and I typically water 2 to 3 times a week. So this time I'm trying to do 1 to 2. So I've had to come out and do some supplemental watering, but it's fine. But anyway, I'm gonna plant these in here. I don't know why I did a yellow one. I wanted to add a little yellow, so maybe I'll do the yellow on one of the sides. I think I'll do mostly the purple. I'm kind of liking the monochrome look with just one color, and these are starting to get pretty rooted in. There's not a lot of soil or areas to plant, so this might be the last year we have anything. They're really cute plain. So okay, so let's get all these planted in and get the iron tone in. So in these pots, I'm going to take these pansies out, and I'm just going to do the same thing. Try to not make a huge mess. They're getting some powdery mildew, and it's getting too hot for them. So, and then I have a few things to plant up in here. Okay, so I have some diamond frost euphorbia that I'm gonna plunk in here. I just wanted to keep these planters simple. Here. I need some more dirt, but that will be pretty growing up in that. And then I think I'm gonna add, I have 2 of these bleeding hearts. Well, the fuchsia, I guess. Shadow Dancer's fuchsia. This area is hard. This is part shade to shade. This gets hot afternoon sun though, so it's really tricky. But then as summer progresses, it gets less sun. So hopefully they'll do okay. I think that will be pretty there. That will grow under that hosta, and that will add a little protection, at least in the beginning. And then in this big planter, I have some Rocapoco white impatiens, and these are definitely shade. We'll see how they do. Never tried part shade up in the front, but I think every time at the end of every summer, I'm like, I should really do shade plants. So I'm hoping that's right. So I'm gonna stick this right here. Hopefully that will trail out. And then I'm gonna put this fuchsia right here hanging out. So I'm gonna tilt it a little bit. Tilt it here. Give it a little space. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. I've never planted one of these. And then I think I'm gonna I have this wire vine that I want to just stick in here too. Cute. I think I do want to do a coleus towards the back. And this one is the Color Blaze Chocolate Drop, which is really pretty, which we'll have back there. And hopefully it'll get some sun, and I hope there's some space. I think there is between some hostas. Been watering these about every other day. Okay, squish in there, dude. And I think that simple planter will be really cute up here. And I think this red will be cute for the 4th of July. Same idea with this one. Okay, now this little guy, this English daisy, I had to spray this because it had little bugs on it because it got stressed because it didn't get watered for a couple days. But I need to plant this somewhere, and I think I have a spot. I think these do well with part shade, and I think I'm just gonna plop it in right here. This will get morning sun, a little late afternoon sun, and then I feel like it's pretty shaded. We'll see. I planted these before and they kind of fizzled out, so we'll plop it in here. So I thought both of these pillows were cute. This one was quite a bit more at a boutique, but I really like them. This one I thought could work, and I got from Target, and I thought I could put maybe red bows on the door, but with the striped rug, I don't want to do this. So that helped me decide. These are about half the price, but I thought these would be cute for 4th of July too. But I went with these. Cute. So the thing I love about this is this will not be in the sun, so those should not fade, hopefully, if I remember right from last summer. And then I was thinking of doing some fake flowers out here with this little job. I just kind of threw it in there just to see what it looks like. But there's a lot of flags going on because I have a flag hanging up here too. So I think I'll do this inside, and I think I want to plant some flowers in here. I just realized though that English daisy did fine. Take this out. But this doesn't have a drain hole in it. So anyway, I didn't realize that. So I have another pot that I can use too, but I thought it might be fun to do some flowers on here. I'm just trying to think. I think I want white with a little touch of red, or maybe just bright red. Let's take a look, step back. And then I also saw this at Target, and I thought it was so cute. And it doesn't have a drain hole because it's kind of just like a decor thing, but that's cute, isn't it? I thought that'd be a cute pop of blue out here. So I might take this back. Okay, so I ran over to Country Gardens. If you're local, they still have quite a few plants. And I wanted to do red, white, and blue, I decided. So I love this red, and this is the only red that I really wanted to do. They had a petunia, a supertunia really red. I think that's what it's called, but this one's black cherry. And I did this last year, and it's so pretty. And this will look cute by pink and fuchsia because it kind of has like a hint of pink and some purple in it too. So I love this. And then I got this lobularia. That's what it's called. Lobelia. I always call it lobularia. This is lobelia. And so in So I had these 3 little pots, so I'll just stick one of these in each and then just pop them in there. And then I have a bigger pot that I got out. It's bigger than that other one, and it does have a hole, a drain hole. So I'll put a few white begonias. These are Surefire White, and that'll be perfect for shade. This ivy will be perfect for shade. And then this lobelia. Isn't that cute? So the blue with the white, and then just little pops of red at the base around my other pot. So I thought that would be cute just to bring out a little bit of the red, white, and blue. I'm also gonna pot up a big topiary that I found at the nursery that I'm gonna plop out in the yard, and I'm super excited about it. So I thought while I'm planting, I'm just gonna get that done too. I think those red flowers do make a difference. I can never decide if I want a pot right here. I always feel like I need one. I might move it though. And they're a little leggy, so I'm leaving the color so you guys can see it, but I am gonna trim these back once I'm done and they'll come out a little bushier. I just want them to have a good start, and I don't want them to be like really stringy, because they're gonna get kind of stringy anyway, because this is kind of part sun. So look how cute. I love that red. It's perfect. So the black cherry from Proven Winners. And then we have our vine here, wire vine. The fuchsia, which is gonna be stunning. And the begonia popping out with the coleus. Oh, can't wait to see it all grow. Love the hostas up here so much. And I'm really not missing anything tall right now, but I do want to get some shutters eventually. But look how cute. And the lobelia is so perfect. It is definitely the most blue plant. There was a lighter blue lobelia, but I went with the darker, and I'm glad I did. With the begonia, Surefire White, and the ivy hanging down, and I'll just need to make sure to come up here and water. Check these every morning. So and then I put these ugly plastic trays under here, because if you don't and things spill out, yeah, that's what happens. It stains, which is very annoying, but from here it's fine. So I'm gonna trim these up, and that'll be the end. And I do like that these wreaths are simple, keeping it simple. Really liking that. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys enjoy your summer and your 4th of July celebrations this summer. And it's so fun to celebrate the 250th anniversary. So we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.